Uh, Good evening. Tonight I'll be speaking about the typology for which I've chosen, which is desert gardens. I was originally going to do ranch gardens. However, I found this typology to be too narrow and too hard to find information on, particularly on history. So I went with desert gardens, which I find will be a sufficient typology. So here's some outstanding exemplary works of desert gardens, being the Maya Rock Ranch, Underwood Family Scenario, Landscape Laboratory, the Otterson Entry Desert Botanical Garden, the Estrella Hall at Australian Mountain College, House of Desert Gardens, the Industrial Oasis, Levine Residence, Desert Courtyard House, Hummingbird Lane, and Royal Botanic Gardens in Victoria. So going further into desert gardens, I find that there are generally two types of gardens found in the desert. The first being gardens in the desert, which are gardens that contain plants and plantings of Mediterranean species or species found in other places that is used to remind people of other places that they came from, and they don't want to be in the desert. And those are particularly harsh on the desert because they require such a large amount of resources, whereas desert gardens emphasize the special character of the desert. That is hard plants, the hard landscapes, the rocks, and they really place a importance on bringing that unique character out rather than trying to change where they are. And it really is a sustainable design for water usage and also desertification, because I'll go into that a bit further on. So going into the assay, so a quarter of the surface is threatened by desertification. Issues of climate change and overuse of natural materials, population growth are a few of the challenges for the future. So with more people inhabiting the desert because of the low land costs, the importance is to have sustainable designs. And sustainable designs are ones that don't have a huge maintenance liability and have as sensitive to water. As we get more population, the water demand is going to be more severe. So these desert designs and these desert gardens really place an emphasis on that. So I found that when I'm looking at desert gardens, to delineate them from gardens in the desert, I chose 6 criteria that they need to be met. One was integration of natural surrounds, so preserving what makes the place special, not trying to overwork the area. The next being minimal tree shade, so that, again, the special character of the desert is the heat, not trying to mitigate that heat, trying to make a microclimate, because the desert hasn't got microclimates. The water usage, low water usage, native plants, and low costs. Going into examples of that will be the House of the Desert Gardens in Paradise Valley in the USA. This is a beautiful example of what a desert landscape can look like. It has a beautiful array of plantings and of cactus, and the way that the color palette sets between the concrete walls, the wood exterior, and the natural desert surrounds really makes quite a beautiful design. Another example is a Hummingbird Lane. This, I find, is a beautiful example of a contemporary design of desert gardens, and again, how the house and the garden looks like it belongs there, not trying to take it away from anything, but trying to place exactly where it is. And the Otterson Entry Garden in Phoenix is a spectacular garden that's home to and tries to display thousands of species of local and native desert plants. And really it uses the plants as not only the display, but the manner in which you move around. It dictates how you move. And I find that to be quite special. Here are some just site drawings of them, just some plain site drawings that just show, the character of these sites, just how simple and effective they can be. There's my bibliography, my resources. Yeah, thank you.